All right, everyone. These are the rules of the court. If you follow these rules, the court will run smoothly. If you do not follow these rules, we're going to have backlog. And guess what? You're going to be called on a different day. So, attorneys, please follow these rules. You are not ready to approach the court unless you conferred with the state and conferred with your client. If your client is in custody, you need to have them brought out. No one can give you a reset or a continuance, but myself. So don't bother asking the coordinator, the clerk, can you get a continuance or a reset date? Because they don't have the authority to give that to you. I'm the only person who can give that to you. If your client wishes to speak in a language other than English, yes, we need an interpreter. Let the clerk know. Just don't give them your name and say we're ready without letting them know an interpreter is needed. Once you ask for an interpreter, do not leave the courtroom because we have a limited number of interpreters. If you, once you request an inmate, do not leave the courtroom because we have a limited number of deputies, and for security reasons, there can only be so many inmates in the box. If you leave after requesting an interpreter, or if you leave after requesting an inmate, you're being selfish to your colleagues because they can't bring other people out. The other thing, to the people in the audience, I know maybe some of you have some relatives who are in the box. Do not talk to them. Do not wave hi to them. Do not smile at them. Those raise security concerns for the deputies. And if that happens, guess what? You're going to be excused from this courtroom and you will not be allowed to appear back. So if any of you do that and a deputy taps you on the shoulder, there's no need for any discussion. They're tapping you on your shoulder because you need to leave this courtroom. Does everybody understand? Attorneys, so far, and all the time that I've been on the bench since 2019, you all have not followed this rule. I have faith that this will happen this time. The court reporter is to my left. Do not stand around her. Do not put your paper on her desk. Can you imagine if you were in your office and somebody, stranger, maybe not a stranger, just hovers over you while you're trying to do your work? That's not a good thing. When we are on the record, do not speak behind the court reporter. And when I say do not speak behind the court reporter, if you have an inmate in the box that you're talking to, all you have to do is raise your hand. The deputy will move you to the other end and you can continue your conversation. With regards to talking, when we're on the record, speak as though you're a spy and you're trying not to get caught when you're in the gallery. Have that in the forefront of your mind. When we're on the record, do not approach the clerk or the coordinator. Don't approach them. And this is why I say that, because the persons before me, I want to give them 100% of my attention. I think I multitask well, but if you're before me with your client, I know you don't want 99% of my attention on you. You want 100%. So let's not do that. And I have faith that this is what's going to happen. The other thing, we are recessing at 12, not 12:05, not 12:01. Do not rush up to the court at 11:45 with your paperwork. You need to have that done quickly. Does everyone understand? We don't have Vashon here today as probation. We have a guest. Yes. So when you have guests in your home, you want to respond beautifully and be nice because they're guests and you want them to want to come back. So let's do that today. So everyone, please confer and let's have a great day.
Yeah. That's really cool. I'll check with my answer.
All right, who's here on Luis Garcia? Yes.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning.
With regard to Mr. Garcia, Judge, he has an active warrant, judge's warrant that was initiated October 16th. Judge, still have had no contact with my client despite best efforts, unfortunately, Your Honor.
All right. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Who's here on Joseph Jefferson Smith IV? Joseph Jefferson, who's here?
Hi, Judge.
Yes, where's your client?
He is in home. He just had surgery. I have medical records. He had an abscess that got septic
Morning.
and on his buttocks, so he's getting daily wound care. I asked Norma if we could do it by Zoom. He is available by Zoom, waiting for a link.
Let me give you the link.
All right. Okay, thank you, Judge.
Welcome.
I'll get him on.
All right, thank you. State, Dominic Nicholson on page 5 is being reset for November 14th. His attorney's in jury trial.
Thank you, Judge. You can wait there.
State, who is the attorney who would be on the trafficking child?
That's me, Your Honor.
All right. On Guy?
On Audreall, right?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you tell me where you are on the discovery with the phone issues?
Yes, Your Honor. So I have.
Everyone, please whisper like you are spies and you don't want to get caught, because that would mean that you would be executed. Yes.
Yes, Your Honor. So I've finished going through the phones and I have them ready to turn over to Mr. Mauer this morning, along with the CPS records. And I do have a protective order for the court as well.
All right. Well, what I can tell you is he is currently in trial. And so let me tell you what court he is in. He's in the 437.
Okay.
So I'm going to recall this for November 14th. But you say you have all CPS records and phones?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is there any other information?
At this time, I believe that we have turned over everything. I don't have anything outstanding that I anticipate to receive.
All right, so I'll set November 14th as a discovery date as well to make sure that everything is given.
Thank you.
All right, if you have nothing else with us, you're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Deputy, could you have them bring out Guy and also McKinney?
Guy and McKinney?
Yes.
Judge, that link you gave me, he's trying to get on it. It's coming back invalid.
All right, let me see again. Maybe I wrote it down. Sometimes my numbers get reversed. Or maybe my writing is so bad.
No.
Okay.
I used to have great penmanship. No,
That's the number.
that's the number, but he's saying he can't get on it.
All right, what we'll do is,
They didn't bring them.
we'll recall it.
No, they didn't bring them. They're still doing rounds.
Oh, sure. All right, so you want to recall it for the 12th?
I'm out of state then.
Oh, we're
I could come tomorrow.
All right, we'll recall it for tomorrow. Okay.
All right, I'll be here early, Judge.
All right, thank you so much. All right, so what is your, hi,
You can ask her.
no, 9. The reason why I say 9 is because I'll be here at 8:30,
You're here.
but you'll need the other side here as well. And their day doesn't start till 9 in court.
As soon as the prosecutor's here.
All right, thank you. All right, sir, who is your client?
Joseph Smith.
All right, what we're gonna do, I don't know what's wrong with his Zoom link. So we will recall it. What is a good day for you, counsel?
Oh, I don't, it's him he's going through wound care, open wound care every day right now. So probably, I don't know time.
Let's do this. We'll do it by a Zoom link for
Okay,
him,
all right.
but let's recall it for November 21st to see where he is.
Okay, that'll work.
All right,
I'll let him know.
all right, thank you.
And then will Norma send me a Zoom link
Yes.
on it? All right, thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. Have a good one. Oh, so I forgot. All right, Mr. Guy, if you come down, please. Oh, Miss Guy, I'm so sorry. I didn't see you over the screen. Hello, how are you doing today?
Ready to go home.
Okay, well, this is what's going on. Your attorney is currently in a jury trial, so they can't be here today. So
Okay.
we're gonna recall you back on November 14th, okay?
Okay,
I didn't want you to just be in the back and they send you back and you not know what's going on.
okay,
So he'll be here for you on the 14th, okay?
okay.
All right, thank you for your
Thank you.
understanding. All right. Mr. McKinney? Hello. Hi. Thank you for bringing all of your paperwork with you. This is what's going on. Your attorney is currently in a jury trial, so we're gonna bring you back on November 14th, okay?
Okay, November 14th.
Yes.
If it would permit, may I, get on the record?
All right, so here's the thing. I don't think it's appropriate or in your best interest to be on the record without your attorney being present. So you will have a chance to put whatever you want to put on the record when your attorney is here, so your attorney can advise you. So we're gonna bring you back on November 14th, and at that time, you can put things on the record, okay?
It's just that I hate for again to reoccur that my attorney is not present and
Well, so here's the thing. Until they change the time continuum, people can't be in two places at the same time. Like Bobby Womack says, I can't be in two places at the same time. So your attorney is not in this space because they're in another space trying a trial, in trial. So he can't be here. And he can't be excused from that jury trial because that is a felony court. And even at this stage, if it were a misdemeanor court, once he's in jury trial, it would be wrong of me to demand that he is here as well.
no, and I fully understand that.
Yeah,
It's
so
just that
that's why we're gonna bring you back on Thursday of next week. I'm squeezing you in on Thursday because as you know, Monday is a holiday. So I am having the deputies and the coordinator put you on the docket for the 14th, okay?
Yes, it's just that I hate for the record to go blank without my assertion because I'm
No.
prepared for trial.
No, here's the thing. What I'm gonna put in Odyssey is that your case was reset and your attorney is not present. So you're not losing any right that you have because of what is happening today. All right? All right, thank you.
And when we happens, I'll
Dominic Nicholson. Hello. All right, so your attorney is currently in a jury trial. And so, she can't be in two places at the same time. So I'm squeezing you in. I'm calling you back on November 14th, okay? All right, thank you. I didn't want you to be in back and be sent back and not know why.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes.
So I have an MTR first setting. There's a new number one I'd like to review with my client. And so I was gonna ask you for more time, like
Okay,
2 weeks
so-
or something.
All right, so what you'll need to do is have them pull the file. and
Okay.
Then I'll call you up in the order of appearance.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure.
No,
You said approach and I was like, okay, I'm approaching.
no, you're good. You're fine.
Thanks.
a lot of clarifications.
Oh, yes, right?
Because I was checking my emails right now, I was like, what? Like, because when Norman called me, I was like, that's pretty simple.
Oh, it is.
I was like, that is
And I
super-
don't know why you would think that it should be on every count.
Yeah. Well, my thing is, it's like that, because I go, well, Norman, what kind? I thought it was maybe a capital murder or something like that. I mean, I know it's an aggravated robbery, but I was like, it was.
All right, who's on Arthur Wallace? You'll come forward. Is your client in custody or on bond?
He's on bond.
All right, Mr. Wallace, if you'll come up.
I think he might be in the hallway.
All right, you go.
Sure.
I mean, am I imagining things? But I sort of hear an echo. Hello. Oh, and counsel, you guys are on this side. The deputies, no, you're in the center.
Okay.
The deputies move things around for security reasons.
Okay. No problem.
All right. Who's the prosecutor on Arthur Wallace? Ah, okay. That changes things. All right, then I wasn't hearing things. Okay. All right, great. What happened to your eye? It's slightly swollen.
Oh, this?
Mm-hmm.
I was born from it early. It's just not bad.
Ah, okay. Oh.
This,
Okay, because it looks swollen on the side, not there, but on this side. You may want to check that out. Okay, all right, thank you. All right, Arthur Wallace, defense is asking for more time because he has a new number one.
Yes, Your Honor, we just gave some information to the defense today on that.
All right, how much time are you asking for?
What is a regular reset in this court for an MTR?
2 days.
Yeah,
Oh, well, Your Honor, perhaps a little longer than 2 days.
okay. Because we do a quick turnaround.
I understand.
Norma, recall this for December 5th.
That's,
That's enough time?
yes, yes.
Okay. Is there anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank
They're
you.
gonna give you a reset form. Once you have your reset form, you can be excused.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, you got it already? Yeah, normally you're on fall. Yes, I got it. Thank you.
Probation. Arthur Wallace is going to be reset for December 5th. Is there any instructions you needed to give him? All right, thank you. Let me see, what page is he on, Norma? All right, who's here on Jose Enrique Rojas? Hello, thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
thank you, Your Honor.
All right, let me see. All right, so today is plea deadline date. So are you requesting a jury trial?
No, Judge, the state's extended an offer of pretrial diversion and today.
Mhm.
And so we'll be putting in that application today. It's already been sent to Mr. Vivas Rojas for signature.
Okay.
And so
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a reset date for PTD. All right, so we're gonna be back on December 19th.
Judge, I'm in Coleman County and West Texas on that date. I can do,
Where's Coleman County?
it's near San Angelo.
Where's San Angelo?
About 3 hours to the northwest of us. Kind of
Where's
along.
3 hours to the northwest of us? I'm trying to learn all my Texas counties.
Towards El Paso, Your Honor,
Ah, see, now I know where it is.
but not quite, not nearly all the way there. But
All right, Norma, can you set it for the 17th? All right, so we'll come back on December 17th. At that time, you'll need all the paperwork to have been filled out. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so you'll be back in court on December 17th. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Norma, what page is he on? Thank you. All right, who's here on Javier Allen Rodriguez? Are you not ready because you're in jury trial?
No, Your Honor, I'm done with it.
No.
Judge, we were asking for another pretrial setting.
All right, Who's the state on Javier Rodriguez drug case? All right, where are we on discovery?
Discovery's all been turned over, that results are in. We have made a plea offer today, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, sir, oh, thank you, State, you may be excused. Sir, how old are you?
20.
All right, does he need an interpreter?
He understands, Your Honor, but speaking it is a little difficult for him, Your Honor.
All right, Norman, next time we'll need an interpreter.
And that was not my fault, Your Honor. I
No
did not
problem.
request one.
Are there any immigration issues?
There are, Your Honor, and I've discussed that with the slate as well.
And are you going to be the immigration attorney for him or someone else?
Someone else, Your Honor, but I am getting him in touch with somebody.
All right, Norman, set this for a plea deadline date on December 19th. All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused. Thank you for addressing appropriately for court.
Thank you, Judge.
Who's here? Nicolas Borgia? Counsel, are you ready to proceed? All right, who is the prosecutor for Borgia? All right, I'll hand you, thank you. Court is calling 2023 CR 6993, State of Texas versus Nicolas Rivera Borgia. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
Ron Ross.
And are you Mr. Borgia?
Yes.
Am I pronouncing your last name correctly?
Borja?
Borja.
Yes.
Okay, I never know what to do with the J's sometime. Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you the same Nicolas Rivera Borja who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2023 CR 6993 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4,200 grams on September 28, 2023 for a period of 4 years? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so guys, no talking behind the court reporter, just ask the deputy and they'll move you to the other end. All right, thank you. All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 8, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 8?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find violation of condition number 8 true. Is that the proposed agreement?
That is, Judge, and my client wants to go to drug court. I have explained to him that it's a lengthy process, requires a lot on his part, that the consequences will probably be greater if he doesn't successfully complete that than they would be today. Nevertheless, he wants to get off drugs, he says, and he wants to go to drug court.
All right, probation, what is your recommendation?
We are in agreement. He did already have the felony drug court condition, so we wouldn't necessarily need to amend. The only issue right now is that he does have a pending case out of Guadalupe County. So to my understanding, felony drug court might not accept them until that's resolved.
I understand that has been resolved. Credit for time served. He spent 7 months in jail there. Is that correct?
6 months.
6 months, and that's been resolved.
All right, so it shows that it's still open on their end. Counsel, if you can make sure you review that and see if there's an issue, because if I were to continue him, they're not going to transfer him to safety or felony drug court if he has any open cases.
Okay.
So you want to raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record. All right. Why are you not doing well on probation?
I was on drugs.
All right, so here's the thing, in this court, you're required to report. And I know that the state didn't proceed on your not reporting, but you've been missing.
He's
So-
been in jail, Judge.
He's been in jail?
Since April. Yes, ma'am.
All right, let me check. Stop me, yeah.
That's what I've been told. I mean, I don't have any documentation to that effect, but not here, but in Guadalupe County.
All right, and why were you in Guadalupe County? Because you're not supposed to leave this county without permission.
Something right now. And then got pulled over.
Helping a friend with what?
Move from Guadalupe to Purr County.
Yeah, but why didn't you call your probation officer and say, I have a friend who needs help. moving from Guadalupe County to Bear County. May I assist? Why didn't you do that?
She was out of town.
No, I mean, you could have called probation.
Yes, I didn't know that at the time.
What do you mean you didn't know that at the time? You have conditions of probation. You are not allowed to do things that your conditions do not allow. Do you not understand that?
I understand that.
So that means that you cannot leave Bear County without permission. You need to reread or have your probation officer go over your conditions with you again. You're required to report. You're required not to pick up new offenses. You're not allowed to use drugs. You're not allowed to hang around people who have criminal history. Do you understand?
Yes.
And you're to report and you're to take your UAs. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you do not understand what your conditions are of probation, ask your probation officer. But what I can tell you is this thing about you not knowing you can leave Guadalupe County, I don't believe it, because I know that probation goes over conditions with you and they will tell you if you need something, you need to ask them and you need to get permission. When you're on probation, this whole thing about it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission doesn't fly. Because when you ask for forgiveness, that means that you're looking at going to prison for 20 years. Do you understand? All right. The court will deny the motion. Alternate amend conditions to include the following in custody. There should be a referral to felony drug court. And if not accepted, then there should be a referral to safety. And off the record for a moment. All right, thank you. We're back on the record. So if he's not accepted in felony drug court, then he's to go to safety. And I'm gonna want 120 sober meetings in 120 days. All right, is there anything else you need from the court to be successful and not end up going to prison on this case?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Probation, is there anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, counsel,
I
anything
just
else?
want to make clear for him and me also, he's gonna stay in jail until we find out what facility he'll go to or what's gonna happen. Is that correct?
Yes. He will not be released until he is either transferred to felony drug court or either he is transferred to safety.
Okay.
All right, do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Any concerns, any issues? Now's the time to tell me.
No, Your Honor.
You want to get off drugs, right? That's what this is all about, right?
Yes.
All right, so we can go off the record. From here on out, anything that you do, you need to ask yourself, could this potentially result in me going to prison for 20 years? If the answer is yes, don't do it. If the answer is maybe, don't do it. And while you're on probation, it is not best to ask for forgiveness rather than permission. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If something comes up and you feel as though probation is not addressing it, you can always come back to the court. You understand?
Yeah.
All right, good luck to you. Who's here on Eric Gonzalez Lopez?
You said you'd take care of that,
Mhm.
but an order was never signed.
I signed all orders that were before me. If you'll
No.
talk to Ms. Ferguson,
No, I gave it to you in your hand. And you said you'd take care of it.
and I signed it.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. Everything that is given to me, I review it and I sign it. So what are you saying has not been signed?
I just need the exhibits back. We have a child custody case. I thought I gave them to you. Is that Jennifer Lopez?
No, this is Eric Gonzalez Lopez.
Sorry.
All right. No problem.
Can I use an excuse? I'm hard of hearing.
That's okay. And Genevieve Lopez, I see it in here. This will be the third time that I will have signed this.
Unfortunately, it just hadn't made it to the file,
Okay.
but I'm gonna forgive you, being the nice guy that I am.
I'll give you a copy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Who's here on Anthony James Cochran? Anthony James Cochran. All right, where's Mr. Cochran? All right, who's the prosecutor on Cochran?
I conferred with Tony, but it doesn't matter, Judge.
All right, so today is plea deadline date?
They did give us an offer. As you remember, last time I had an investigator appointed. He is not done talking to witnesses. There's 3 more people he needs to talk to. I would ask that we get one more plea deadline, Judge. He has 2 cases, 2 separate offense dates, and lots of lay witnesses that we are in the process of tracking down. So before I can advise him whether or not to take their offer, I need those answers from my investigator.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, put this on December 10th. That will be the final plea deadline date.
Okay, no problem.
All right, thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Who's here on Tiffany Martinez? Hello,
Good morning, Joe.
good morning.
We are,
Hello. Excuse me. You know what I would love to be doing right now, but I can't?
No, ma'am.
Be chewing gum.
Sorry.
Not allowed, okay? All right. All right, so where are we on discovery?
Judge, we still need one more discovery setting, please.
Okay,
The second thing, once you have a minute, once you choose a setting, then we did have an ELM discussion that we'd like to have. too.
okay. All right, so Norma, recall this for discovery on December 19th.
Going back to the ELM discussion,
Mhm.
we talked about a month ago when we were here.
Mhm.
And the court has a motion on file to remove her ELM, mostly based on work employment issues. She does not have any other criminal history other than this case right here. And that the court asked her to get a letter from somebody who would consider hiring her. So she has. The court's request was that we bring it back in for you to take a look at.
And State, have you a chance to review this better?
I have not, but it's.
State, do you have any objections to removal of the GPS?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we'll go on the record. Court is calling 2024 CR 0082388A, State of Texas versus Tiffany Martinez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Jason Garrett.
for the defense?
Jim Wheat,
And are you Miss Martinez?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're here to hear your request to have GPS removed. What I can tell both parties, and this is what I want to focus on, in the letter, it says that they did not want her working there because her GPS monitor was noticeable. Is that correct in my reading of the situation?
So I was told that they were gonna fire me because of the GPS monitored, just because it's on my ankle, not just because it's visible.
All right, that's not what the letter says. The letter says that the GPS is noticeable. Did I read that incorrectly?
yeah, she was let go because of that, but they're willing to take her back if it's on.
All right, but the reason why they're saying she was let go is because the GPS was noticeable. If I'm reading the letter incorrectly, somebody let me know. But that what it says to the court. Am I wrong?
That's my understanding of that.
All right, so if they're letting her go because the GPS is noticeable, and my understanding the GPS is on the ankle, then that problem can be solved by long pants. Am I wrong?
Yes, because we wear scrubs. They are joggers, so they're not flare scrubs.
Oh, no, they're long. I've seen, this
No,
is
I
me
am-
interjecting, but I've seen scrubs.
Yes, ma'am, but we have a dress code with the company that it's joggers with the logo of it's the Grey's Anatomy scrubs that they provide for us, so they don't have the flare.
Judge, as soon as she sits down to do her job, then the pants are gonna come up enough for somebody to see it. And so I just don't know that there's a way to get around it. Be noticeable. It's just gonna be noticeable.
All right, so first thing, my understanding from the letter, the reason why she was released is because the GPS was noticeable. Am I correct in my reading of the letter?
Yes.
All right, so then the other question becomes, why can't she just wear long pants? I don't understand.
Because they don't provide the flare pants. We have a dress code policy that we have to follow, and they provide the joggers. So it's cuffed scrub pants versus flare, so they won't allow me to work there with the monitor because the dress code is jogger, not flare, so it's won't be able to be covered at all.
All right, I'll hear argument. The state,
State is opposed to release of the GP or removal judge due to the severity or degree of the crime.
I will only point out to the court again that she has no other history. I mean, absolutely, completely clean. But the case, it took the state over a year before they actually indicted her, which tells you a little bit about the case. I think that given the fact that the state didn't need to go forward sooner than that, should tell you if there's any problems. In addition, there have been no problems or reports from the complainant in this case. And so there's no problem with her having anything but a no contact order from the court. And she will follow that as she has since she's had the money.
All right, and state, have you spoken with the complainant?
Not today. I just became aware of this. Well, I know that Mr. Reed may have presented this previously, but today I have not talked to the actual victim in the case.
All right, so state, if you can reach out to complainant, because I don't know anything about the case other than what the charges are. And based upon what the charges are, it appears that the GPS should remain. It appears that maybe your company should work out something, since they want you there, where they can make an exception for you about pants length. But if we can see if there are any concerns or issues with the complainant with her not being on GPS.
Sorry to interrupt
Yes.
you, Judge. I just got notified by co-counsel that the advocate of our case, Rose, has been contacted by the victim. The victim is opposed to any type of GPS removal.
All right, so then the next thing is to see whether or not, because it appears that they want you desperately to be there, to see if there's any way that they can make an exception for you with regards to your pants length. And then what I will do, since it appears that there are no violations, you can work whatever hours they provide for you. So if there's an issue where they won't make an exception with your pants, then let the court know. Okay. All right, so we're coming back on December 19th for discovery. The removal of GPS for now will be denied. Is there anything else?
Nothing in the state, Your Honor.
No, Judge.
All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused. Thank you. Jacklyn Vera.
Judge.
Good morning. So has all discovery been received?
I'm not sure. Did y'all discuss what was missing last week or last setting? I'm not sure.
I'm not aware.
I think we have everything we need, Judge. I received an offer today. So I would like to get a reset to go over that with my client and review the discovery with her.
All right, how old are you?
She's very sick today.
Oh, well, please. Do you need a mask? Oh, well, don't stand next to people. All right, she needs a mask. And Norma, set this for a plea deadline date on December 9th.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Tom Cron. All right, state, last time we were here, you were to contact the complainant. Have you had a chance to do that?
No, Your Honor. I learned additional information.
All right, so if you will give the court the dismissal. Yes. All right, and if you'll make sure that you stay in contact with the state. I don't know if there's gonna be the requirement of a new bond.
Okay, Judge.
Personally, I don't think there should be.
If if we could request, if it does get indicted, that he get a, I'm blanking on what I'm asking for. In lieu of having to post a bond. No. A summons, thank you.
Yes. All right, if the state wants to do it by summons, I think that would be appropriate in this case.
Thank you, Judge.
Who's here on Nelson Baker? Oh, Richard Nelson Baker. Sorry.
Sorry, I should know my client's middle name.
No. Where is he?
He's in the box, Judge.
All right. Have you had a chance to confer with the state?
They know very little about the case, so I'm hoping that all I can do is persuade you to set a bond on the remand without bond, and then we can talk about what's going to happen on the unindicted stuff as it comes along.
All right, who's the prosecutor on Richard Nelson Baker? It's an aggravated assault, and also there is a new assault family household.
I've been talking to family. Alexandria knows something about it.
Okay. And counsel, what I can tell you is the bondsman has requested that they be released.
If you release the bondsman, that I'd still ask that you set an appropriate
Okay,
bond
sure.
on each case that's before you. I know there's one in County Court 14, but
Mhm.
I think there's already a bond set on that case.
All right, well, they're asking to be released on the bond, that is the ag assault with a deadly weapon.
That's the current new charge, and
Yeah.
if their basis for being released is simply that he's in custody, I'd ask that you deny that. But
Mhm.
if their basis for being released includes a sworn statement that he's not complying with their rules or behind in payment,
Yeah.
then I know the court's unlikely to force them.
Yeah,
to
that's
stay
what they
on the
have. They
bond.
say that he has not been abiding by bail bond rules.
Kind of vague
That's
in
vague,
general.
yes.
Yeah, if their rule is don't get rearrested, well,
Mhm.
we've got no control over that.
Well,
I'd
if
ask-
you would like, I can reset this and we can have the bondsman present and then the state will have a chance to address whatever issues. So here's the thing, Mr. Nelson.
Mr. Martin, any else?
I'm sorry, Mr. Baker.
Yes, ma'am.
Here's the problem. You're on bond for 2 aggravated assaults with a deadly weapon. And that's on,
There's one.
wait a minute, the offense date was August 3rd, 2023. I don't accept any of this is true because I haven't received any evidence whether those aggravated assaults are true or not. But then you end up picking up an assault family household against a household member
My brother.
on October 19th, 2024, and an interference with the emergency phone call on October 19th, 2024. So what I have before me is someone who's charged with a violent offense. That's why it says aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Then after you were given bond on that, you were alleged to have committed a new offense, which is an assault family household member, which technically is a violent offense. I don't know any facts about that. So I'm trying to give your attorney time and the state attorney time so they can decide what your bond should be set at. What I have before me, I don't think you want me to set your bond right now because I don't have information other than you have alleged offenses that are violent offenses. Do you understand?
Somewhat, ma'am, yes.
All right. And then your bondsman is seeking to be removed from your bond. And guess what? If I were to set a bond and then grant this motion for the bondsman to be off your bond, it would be a remand without bond because you would not have a bond set on that. So what I'm trying to accomplish here is have your attorney contact the bondsman. We'll see if the bondsman wants to come in. Maybe after your attorney speaks with the bondsman, maybe they'll want to stay on this bond and you won't have to make another bond. So that's what we're trying to accomplish here. Something that is not an increase of your financial burden.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm trying to get back into school, that's why.
All right. No, I
My
understand.
teeth tested in January, February, so
Okay.
for nursing school. Can I say something?
If you may want to discuss with your attorney.
Okay.
Not right now, Your Honor.
All right. So the earliest I could recall to give both parties a chance to prepare would be probably November 14th. The latest in this month to recall this case is November 21st. Otherwise, you're looking at December.
I got 2 nods in the affirmative from the state for November 14th, and that is the earliest one you suggested, and my client wants in court as quickly as possible. So let's do it then, Judge.
All right, so we'll recall this for November 14th. And Norma, if you'll let pretrial services know, because pretrial services sent this, and I need to rule on this, that we're recalling it for November 14th.
That's for the first one, right?
Well, that's
Yes.
what we're here for today.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Thank
The
you.
excuse.
Yes.
Take care. I don't know.
Address. Thanks.